In a valley embraced by misty mountains, there lived a young woman named Leela. Her mind was not just restless, it was a labyrinth of echoes. Each day, she replayed conversations that had ended years ago, rehearsed worries for a future that had not yet arrived, and in the constant noise, the present moment became a faint, forgotten whisper. The beauty of the valley, the song of the river, the scent of pine, was lost to her. She moved through her days with a quiet desperation, seeking an escape from the prison of her own thoughts. One morning, a traveler passing through spoke of a teacher who lived high in the foothills. "They say she understands the language of silence," the traveler said. "That she can teach a turbulent mind to find its still center." With a flicker of hope, Leela packed a small satchel and began her ascent. The path was steep, each step a physical echo of her mental climb. As she walked, her mind churned, was this a foolish journey? What if the teacher turned her away? What if she couldn't learn? The higher she went, the more the air thinned, and the quieter the world became, making the noise within her seem even louder. Finally, she reached a clearing where a simple cottage stood, its garden wild with herbs and flowers. At its door sat the teacher, an elderly woman with hands folded in her lap and a gaze that seemed to hold the patience of the mountains themselves. Without a word, she looked at Leela, and Leela felt truly seen, not judged, but recognized. "My thoughts," Leela began, her voice trembling. "They are a storm that never ceases. I cannot find peace. Can you help me?" The teacher smiled, a gentle curve that softened her eyes. "A storm has great energy. The key is not to stop the wind, but to learn where to stand within it. Come." She led Leela to a stone table in the garden. From a shelf, she took a single candle, tall and pale beeswax. With great care, she struck a match and lit the wick. A small, golden flame sprang to life, dancing in the afternoon light. "Take this," the teacher said, placing the brass holder in Leela's hands. "Your task is simple. Walk this candle to the ancient oak at the far end of the garden path, and then return to me. There is only one rule, you must not let the flame go out." Leela looked at the path. It was not a smooth walkway, but a trail of uneven stones, bordered by lush, swaying plants. A soft, unpredictable breeze whispered through the trees, teasing the flame. It seemed a deceptively simple, yet profoundly delicate task. Holding her breath, Leela took her first step. Her entire universe contracted to the space between her hands and that flickering point of light. The world beyond its glow, the purple lavender, the buzzing bees, the distant waterfall, faded into a blur. Her mind, so vast and chaotic moments before, now had a single, unwavering command: protect the flame. She moved with a slow, deliberate grace she never knew she possessed. When the breeze gusted, she instinctively turned her body, creating a shield. Her eyes did not wander, her thoughts did not drift. There was no past of regrets, no future of fears. There was only the now of the flame, its height, its color, its vulnerability. Her awareness was so complete that she felt the subtle heat on her palms, heard the faint sizzle of the wick, saw the way the light trembled with her own heartbeat. The journey to the oak and back felt both an eternity and a single breath. When she finally stood again before the teacher, the candle was still burning, a steady beacon in her hands. "Well done," the teacher said softly. "You have brought the flame home. Now, tell me, as you walked, did you feel the coolness of the breeze on your skin? Did you notice the white butterflies dancing among the cosmos flowers? Did you hear the specific melody of the finch in the birch tree?" Leela blinked, pulled back into a broader awareness. She realized with a shock that she had not. "No," she confessed. "I saw only the flame. I heard nothing. I thought of nothing else." The teacher's nod was one of deep satisfaction. "Exactly. To care for something so fragile, you had to anchor your entire self in the present moment. Your restless mind did not disappear, it was simply, completely, occupied. It found peace not through emptiness, but through singular, purposeful engagement. That is the space where calm resides." She leaned forward, her voice a kind murmur. "The mind, dear one, is like this flame. Left to every passing wind of thought, it flickers, threatens to gutter, and casts anxious shadows. But when you tend to it with full presence, when you choose to place your attention on the breath, a sound, a task, the sensation of your feet on the earth, it steadies. It burns clear and bright. The storm of thoughts may still blow around it, but the flame of your awareness remains undisturbed at the center. A profound understanding washed over Leela, warmer than the candle's glow. The stillness she had sought across mountains was not a destination to be reached, but a way of seeing to be cultivated. It was the depth of attention she had just given to a single flame. She stayed with the teacher for several days, practicing this art of presence, while sipping tea, while listening to the rain, while simply breathing. She learned that peace was a return, not an arrival. When Leela descended back into her valley, she carried the unlit candle with her. Now, when the familiar whirlwind of thoughts began to stir, she would pause. She would remember the flame. She would find her candle in the immediate moment, the weight of a cup in her hands, the pattern of sunlight on the floor, the full cycle of one inhale and exhale. Gently, again and again, she would bring her wandering mind back to that point of focus in the here and now. And in that return, she found her calm. She had learned that to tame the restless mind, one need not fight the storm. One simply needs to learn how to tend the light. Find your flame. Anchor in the now. This is the path to peace.